I will be replacing the gear and transfer case and differential oil. The oils that I will be using is this Valvoline Duragard synthetic blend 75W85 for the gears, and this one for the transfer case and differential. I've got a manual 2.5 litre. So the first oil that I'm going to be replacing is the gearbox, and the nut for that is located, it's a little bit tricky. You should see a 10mm Allen key socket right there. It's behind some cabling, so it's a little bit tricky to get to, but anyway, should probably break it off in the breaker bar. There should be some space behind it. So that's the top cap, which you should do first. Drain plug is right there. So you want to do the top cap first off, just in case if this bottom cap you strip the thread, you can use the top one as a replacement, because the oil obviously is going to flow out this way, and most likely the oil is not going to flow out through the top. And so I'll do that now and see how things go. Now I've managed to get the 10mm socket cap off the top of the gearbox. It was a little bit tricky because there's plenty of wiring around, and I won't lie, they have to do a bit of mucking around, but the first time it is tricky. The second time, as you can see, I've whacked on a decent amount of grease. Don't over tighten it, just lightly tighten it, because yeah, the oil shouldn't come out through the top, and it should be a lot easier the next time. And I'm just about to do the bottom cap now as well. Make sure you wear gloves for this one. It's a 10mm socket as a wrench, so and some gloves would be good. There we go. Nice and slowly. Not too bad. But the car is 10 years old, done 200,000, so all good. Easy, and just let it all drain out as long as possible. Okay, so I've done everything from the transfer case. That actually is the filler oil, and when you fill it, you fill it up to that point that it's going to be overflowing. And that top thing that I was saying before, that's just another access point to fill the transfer case. The actual drain is underneath, so right there. And that uses a 10mm socket. I've got this big wrench in there. The way I did it is just to put it over the steering column, and I'll just continue unscrewing it. This uses a square socket wrench. I'm just using the same one on the wrench that I've got. The rest probably should be able to do by fingers or just whack on gloves. So the transfer case is done. It started overfilling, so that's the fill nut. So that was tightened. And the way I did it is I just got a hose and right my finger there. That top screw that I undid, you can just picture it there. I connected the hose there, and it was a lot easier filling it in rather than putting the hose down there. And I just had a simple mechanism that I just did. Just got a funnel you can get anywhere, and I just got a normal garden hose, roughly about 1.5 meters, 2 meters, jacked up the car. Nice and safely, and now the rear differential has drained. It's not bad colour, but I'm in the process of doing everything, so why not? I've already got the hose connected up there, and it comes out through here, and there shouldn't be any low points, so the oil should be gravity fed, and I've just got it hooked up here, so I'll be refilling it there. Always add a little bit, 10 to 20% extra oil everywhere, just to compensate for the oil that will get stuck in the hose, or some dripping losses, etc. So always give a little bit extra oil. And another good point is to always grease the threads of the nuts, just to make the job easier for next time. I've got my trustworthy bike grease gun, which just does the job perfectly, so remember to do that. Half a litre. The Nulon oil has got this funnel which has become very handy. Just keep on pouring it in, then once it starts finishing up, about now, I'm going to leave it the way it is, just rest it on there, and check for any leakages. Nothing. The hose which I'm using looks like it's doing its job perfectly. That's, I guess, what you need. You can go for some other fancier stuff, but that should do the trick. From a few local mechanics, $300-400 for this 1 to 2 hour job, which is not too bad, but it's good to have that cash left in your pocket. And obviously ridiculously, Nissan dealerships quoted over $1,000, so they can get stuffed. So pretty happy everything worked out. Since some people don't have roof racks and they can't attach a funnel to it, they can just have the funnel up on the rear window held by the rear wiper, and have the hose running there, and there shouldn't be any flat spots, so the pipe should be just normally gravity fed into the top cap socket place, and there shouldn't be any leaks or anything like that. So summary: oils that are used: Nulon for transfer and differential, Valvoline Duragear for the transmission oil, 1 litre of the differential and transfer you should expect, and about 2.3 of the manual transmission. So obviously when you replace it, aim for the same amount. And yeah, that sums it up.